Bueno, bienvenidos a Tiempo Fuera. Hoy estamos con Patrik Auda. Patrick, how are you doing?
Hey, how are you? I'm doing great. Thank you so much for inviting me for this interview. I'm currently in Yokohama in Japan, so right now it's pretty late compared to where you are, but I've been great.
We have 12-hour difference, 10, here's 10 a.m., there is 10 p.m., no?
Yeah, exactly. Here is 10 p.m. I usually track time only here and then um, uh, back to Europe, where I'm from, the Czech Republic. So I know what the time is over there when I need to talk with my family and friends. So the time difference there is 7 hours, but I think soon is gonna be eight because the time
Yeah, yeah.
is changing over there, but here in Japan the time stays the same all year, so for some part of the year the difference is 7 hours, but then when the time in Europe changes it's 8 hours, and obviously even more from where you are.
Well, we are in Chile right now, but I'm from Uruguay, and my co-host that he's currently, he couldn't come. He's from Argentina, but we both live in Chile, so that's like we'll have the same time, so it will be 12-hour difference anywhere.
Yeah, yeah, big time difference, and sometimes when I think about it, it feels crazy, but these days it's so easy to talk with anybody around the whole world. It's really crazy times.
Yeah, and also one thing that's crazy is basically you're living in the future. In about 2 hours, you will be in another day that you will be in Sunday, and I will be eating lunch.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, the future. But don't worry, I'm not gonna tell you what's gonna happen.
Well, first I want to start talking a little bit about I don't want your early career. Uh, I wanted to know who introduced you to the world of basketball. What made you start this journey?
Well, both of my parents used to play basketball, and when I was growing up, my dad was still playing, my mom not anymore. But when I was a kid, and my dad used to play, I remember we went to watch play his games, and he wasn't playing at a professional level, but he was still playing for a club, and I remember when I was growing up, I saw him playing, and obviously my mom was playing, and my uncle. So we had a lot of basketball players in my family. So it was kind of natural that the first sport I wanted to do was basketball as well.
Great. What a story. And what age? You know the specific age you started?
I don't remember that clearly, but I think compared to the kids today, I think I started pretty late. I would say around 9, 10 years old.
Ah, no, you started early. I Don't worry. You're not late, but I spoke with all these basketball players, and I think the latest we got is about 16 or 17. So that's
Oh wow.
that I think is it, and he's a professional basketball player. I don't remember exactly who it was, but it's a late start. That
It is, but I believe it's never too late to start.
Yes, I think that also, in current NBA players, I think Joel Embiid started at 16. So, you can be late, but still pretty good.
Definitely. I agree.
Another thing I wanted to talk about is, you playing in Seton Hall. Uh, a lot of kids, specifically my age, for example, I'm 18 or a little bit less. One of their dreams is to experience, NCAA basketball. That's a lot of the dream. So how did you experience that?
Um, it was definitely great experience. Maybe I would say that was the biggest thing, that the best thing that happened to me in my life, because I was playing basketball in Czech Republic before, and I never really had in my mind that one day I want to go play in other country, or I didn't have big dreams about playing professional basketball. And then I got the opportunity to go try and play um, for a university in the States, and I just thought I will try it and see how it is, and if I didn't like it, I can always come back to Czech. So I went to the States, and it was amazing 4 years over there, and it gave me so much, um, basketball wise, but also for my personal life. You live in another country, you learn the language. It's a totally different culture that what you're used to. You meet new people, you make new friends, and it has been just all around great experience. But I think the main thing was the basketball there is on a high level, and not just the games, but all the practices, and individual practices, and the overall mentality of the people, the athletes, and the people that are involved in the sport is different than what I was used to. And I think that helped me a lot and helped me to become a better basketball player.
Well, and after you finished that, I saw you started like, well, you know what happened, but you started like a great basketball journey around not only Europe but the world. Now that you're in Japan, you started in Poland, then you went to Spain, then you went back to Poland, then you went back to Spain, then you went to Italy, then you went to France, then you went to Japan. So how did you experience all this, basketball?
Yeah, well, after I finished uh, at the university, I graduated from the university, and I wanted to pursue my professional career. So I knew that NBA was not really the thing for me. So the what I could do was come back to Europe, but I didn't want to come back to Czech Republic. I wanted to try play in a foreign country. So my first year, I started in Poland, and I think it's a great league. And the first year to be back in Europe, I think that it was really good place for me. And after that, I also went to play in other countries like Spain, France, Italy. Pretty much every season, different city, different country, and I played seven seasons in Europe, and everywhere it was great. Like all the places where I was, it was amazing, but there was always some new opportunity that I never really stayed anywhere longer than one season. And because I was all these different places, and before Europe, I was in the States, so I really liked it, to be like that, to explore the new cultures and new countries and see the whole world. So I always wanted to go try play basketball in Asia, and I spoke with my agent, and we thought that Japan might be the perfect place where to go, because the basketball is on a really good level. People like the sport here. You know, a lot of people come watch the games, and it was a great market. So in the 2020, I finally got an offer from the Yokohama team, and I was really happy that after about 2 3 years, when I had the idea going to play in Japan, and it finally happened, and I have been here since then, and I'm really happy here. It's totally different than what I've seen before. You know, the culture. It's a totally different experience, but I think I got used to everything pretty quickly, and also the style of basketball is a little bit different, but I believe it suits me well, and that's why I decided to stay here longer than just one season.
What a story, no? You might have to write a book about this.
Yeah, maybe one day we will see.
Well, and you not also experience club basketball, you experience national team basketball. You played with the Czech Republic, obviously. You played in Tokyo in the 2020 Olympics. How does it feel to have represented your country? You know, I feel like for most people should be like a big accomplishment. How did you feel it?
Definitely, or at least me myself. I personally feel always a great honor to be able to play for the national team, because it's totally different experience than when you play for a professional club, for example, because um it's just different, you know, and you know you represent your country, and there's only few people that they can do that. So always when I had the chance to play for the national team, I was always really happy about it, and very proud, and it was a great honor to me. So I actually never played for the national team with the youth, in the youth categories, like under 16 or under 18. And the first time I joined the men's team was 2014, right after I graduated from the university, and I have been the member of the national team since then. You know, and we have been to three European championships. We have been to one world championship, and last year the Olympic Games in Tokyo. So um, a lot of great memories, a lot of new experiences, you know, and just a great time, you know, because we always had a great group of guys. So it was always so much fun to be part of that team.
Perfect. Another question that we ask, well, there comes two questions, and then we move on to the second section. But these questions we just asked them because we're curious about that. The first one is, do you have a reason to wear number one? You know, I know you were number one in your club and the country and the national teams. Uh, is there a reason you wear that number?
I think there's more reasons. Like when I was a kid, and I was still playing in Czech Republic, the the only numbers that you can wear were from number 4 until number, I believe it was 18. So there was a limit. You can it started at 4 and finished at 18th, and you couldn't pick any other number. And when I was watching some other leagues or NBA, they were they had all kinds of numbers, like it didn't have to be this rule. And I always thought like number one was really cool. And then later on, Tracy McGrady was like one of my all-time favorite players, and he wore number one. So after college, when I went back to Europe, and the rule changed that I could pick any number I wanted. I wanted to have the number one.
Great. And the last one we ask is, do you have a pre-game routine?
Mm, Probably nothing unusual. Usually before the games, I like to listen to my favorite music to kind of put me in a good mood. But besides that, nothing that is like unusual, I would
Nothing
say.
like OCD, like talk like
No, no. I think the music before the game is like the important thing for me.
perfect. That was basically the first section. Now we move on to the second and the third one. They are much shorter. The second one is the question that Timo Landmüller left for you, and is what do you enjoy the most about basketball?
Oh, that's a really tough question. Um, I believe it's always for me is the probably the enjoyment of being a part of a team. Obviously, like you want to have a great successful career, you want to do great things personally, but the moments that you spend with your teammates, if it's at practice or at the games or road trips, and the friendships that you make while playing the sport. This is something, the memories, the memories that you will keep forever with the people that you have played with. So this is probably the number one thing for me. And maybe a little bit that comes with it is like exploring the world, because if you go play in many different leagues or different countries, different continents, you see a big part of the world, and um, I think that they give you a lot of experiences, and maybe a different look at certain things. So from all the sudden, you might see a lot of things different, and that is something that um, comes with playing the sport. So I'm really happy to have the chance to have it like that.
Great. And do you have a question for our next guest? We can give you time in this one, we can cut the middle, so you can think.
Okay, okay, I'll think about it. Uh, Maybe since I was talking about the music before, my question for the next player would be, uh, give us one or two favorite songs that you would like to hear before your game.
That's a very interesting question. I think we never got that before, actually. It's really interesting to know that. Well, and finally, the flash question section. This is fast and has nothing to do with basketball, but you got to be prepared. And also,
Okay,
it may have you may have answers in your own language. So if you have them in your own language, you tell them in your own language, and we'll put like in the screen.
Subtitle?
Yeah, like a subtitle. We'll we'll
Okay.
we'll investigate what that means.
Okay, I'll try to do my best.
Favorite movie,
Uh, Catch Me If You Can.
favorite TV show,
Friends.
not including basketball. What sport do you watch or play the most?
Um, I would say ice hockey
You're a big fan
to
of
watch.
Peter Cech.
Excuse me, one more time.
You're a big fan of Peter Cech.
Yeah, yeah, kinda. But like in Czech Republic, the number two sports are ice hockey and soccer. So, most people know who Peter Cech is.
I said that because you said that ice hockey, and it's the only Czech player that I know played ice hockey. So I
Ah, okay.
a teammate you spend the most time with.
Like currently with the team where I am, I spend the most time with my teammate Ed. He's American. He's one of the other foreign players that we have, and he's been in Japan uh, for over 10 years. So he
Oh,
knows the place really really well. And when I got here, he showed me around. So he is one of my best friends over here.
favorite food,
Burger and fries.
favorite video game or game in general.
Um, Call of Duty.
Hot or cold.
Cold.
One dream left to accomplish, not basketball related.
Learn Japanese.
Favorite artist or musician.
Um, from the English speaking, it would be Pop Smoke.
And finally, favorite basketball shoes.
Nike LeBrons.
Any number in specific?
Well, so far for me, the number 17 has been the best. I have several pairs, but now I'm trying to get the new ones, the 20s, and see how they fit. Hopefully, they will be comfortable, so I can change them for my 17s.
The 20s are that ones that LeBron has an ad that he jumps out of a pool.
I don't know. I haven't seen the one. It's the 20s are the latest ones. They came out a couple weeks ago, probably. So they're not at the many places yet. But they should be available around the world soon, hopefully.
Well, Patrick, thanks a lot for coming. We really appreciate you and wish you the best this season.
Thank you so much for the invitation. I want to say hello to everybody that listens, and thank you one more time.
Good night.
Good night. Good morning
Uh,
for you.
Thanks a lot, Patrick. See you.